All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are talking about the One. So this is a building currently under construction in Toronto. This would become the tallest building in the entire city and the entire country of Canada once completed. So this building has gone through a lot of issues and it is in a lot of turmoil right now with, holds, delays, cost overruns, all sort of stuff like that. We'll get into that here in a second, but first I do want to talk about kind of the stats of this building in all of that. So this building is planned on being 1,013 feet tall, 85 stories, or 308 meters or so if you want to measure it that way. So this would become the first super tall in Canada, the first super tall in Toronto, of course, and the tallest building. So the original timeline on this was to be completed in March of this year, but that is not going to be happening. The building is currently still under construction, and I don't believe it is even topped out yet. But I mean, it's gone through quite a bit of construction, but it is nowhere near being finished in the next 2 months. That is not going to be happening, obviously. So the timeline on that is kind of unknown for when this building will actually be finished. The cost of this building was originally planned to be about 1 to 1.3 billion or so. The price has ballooned to about $2 billion or so, and that is kind of what it is expected to be to complete the building. So about a $2 billion price tag on this. So a very expensive building. This building is residential, retail, and hotel, so sort of a mixed use development. And it was broken ground in 2017. So this has been a very long, under construction for this building. If it completes next year, which is kind of the goal or so right now, that would be almost a decade of construction for this building. So again, this has gone through a lot of issues, a lot of financial troubles, overruns, disputes between parties that were building it and then owning it, all sorts of stuff. And that has been going on for quite a while. So, not really gonna try to explain it too much because I don't know the most about it. All you need to know is that it has delayed the building a lot with all of these disagreements and all this trouble and stuff like that. So this building has been delayed a lot. And I know people want to get this building finished because it is a pretty big symbol for the city of Detroit being the tallest building, being the first super tall, and all of that. So it's kind of important, I feel like, to get this building finished. So hopefully it does get finished next year or so. And I forgot to mention this would have about 416 units in it. It would be luxury apartments mainly. This is a very high-end building, obviously with that very large price tag. So this is a very high-end building, with expensive sort of development. Sorry about that. Expensive sort of apartments going in here. So we can take a look at the design. And I'm going to be honest, the design of this looks a lot better in actual photos. There is some of the facade on this building is up currently, and it looks a lot better than the renderings. So the renderings do not really look good at all in person, or not in person, but from photos, it looks all right. It looks decent. I definitely don't think it's the best looking building, especially for the height. I just feel like designs like this don't work when you're getting to super tall sort of heights. I don't think it really works. The exposed exoskeleton sort of design can be very good if you do it something like um, just another way. It can be very good, but the way they did it on here, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't think it looks that good. But again, in person on photos, it looks a lot better. It's not so bad. The renderings are kind of bad though. But again, not that bad. Here we can take a look at the base of the building here. Obviously, you got your entrance at the ground level and your retail, so you got kind of like an extra tall entrance area there at the base of the building. And then here you can see kind of a night shot of the building. And it's next to a very tall building there as well, so it's a good density in the skyline right there. But yeah, I mean, that's probably about all I have to say about this building, the one in Toronto, New York. Very troubled building. Hopefully gets finished here soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.